Welcome to the Bullish Money YouTube channel. Let's talk about the recent jobs report for the month of August. Now, everybody's saying that the jobs report was mixed because even though the unemployment rate is now down again to multi-year lows, the number of jobs that were added for August was less than expected. So the markets clearly absorbed that data and went down, I think, about 1.6% across the major indices. Now, interestingly enough, the Asian markets, particularly Japan, they knew that the report was definitely going to be mixed, and that's why their markets were way down well before the New York markets opened, well before the jobs report was released. And I think that right there tells you something. It's not the be-all, end-all, but it tells you something that other communities, other international members of the global economic infrastructure, they know that the U.S. markets, they know that the U.S. economy is a bunch of bullcrap, and so they're not going to put much risk, put much money at risk on the bullcrap that is being perpetuated by the U.S. mainstream media. So they're like, screw that, we're getting out. So that tells you something. That tells you that, hey, maybe this whole, the advice that the mainstream is giving you that you should calm down, you should just keep calm, maybe it isn't such great advice, It just, really isn't great advice. But anyways, the greater issue is this jobs report. A lot of people are so focused. The mainstream media, they are focused on the number, the quantity of jobs, how many jobs are being added to the economy every month. The alternative investment media, they are focused on the qualitative structure. What kind of jobs are being added? And truthfully, there is definitely evidence to state that the kind of jobs that are being added are seasonal, temporary, Walmart-type jobs. And so that is the alternative criticism to the mainstream hoopla that, hey, we're adding all these new jobs. We've recovered all the jobs lost in the Great Recession. And the alternative is saying, no, you haven't done jack crap because you have not added substantive, real jobs with real salaries that can support real families. And I see this black-white dichotomy being played out all the time between the mainstream press and the alternative press. And I think they are both sort of missing the point, because I think the question really isn't how many jobs or what kind of jobs, but when those jobs are added. Now, prior to the 2008 financial market crisis and the ensuing Great Recession, prior to all those troubles, most of the jobs added within the United States were added during the first and second quarters, meaning that the jobs that were created throughout the year, most of those jobs were created in the first half of the year. Now, after the Great Recession and all the turmoil that resulted from the 2008 global financial crisis, most of the jobs that are added within the year are added during the second half of the year. Really? That's food for thought right there. Nobody really, talks about that. They don't talk about when those jobs are added. They only talk about how many jobs are added or what kind of jobs are added. Nobody thinks three-dimensionally and asks when those jobs are being added. Right now, you see a clear dichotomy. You see a very clear dichotomy. We've shifted from an economy that adds jobs during the first half of the year to one that adds the jobs in the second half of the year. And I think that, some people may be listening to this and say, well, who cares? First and second quarters versus the third and fourth quarters. Big deal. Actually, it's a very big deal. Because when you say that you're adding most of the jobs that are created throughout the year in the latter half, that means retail jobs, basically. That means seasonal jobs. That means temporary work. That means Walmart jobs, Target jobs, other, retail giant jobs. Retail jobs, simply put. Okay? Those are not the kind of jobs that are going to sustain you. These are minimum wage jobs that don't pay you anything, that don't give you any benefits. Usually they just give you just enough hours to keep you satisfied, but well below the threshold of being forced to give you benefits. Those are the kind of jobs that are being added on the third and fourth quarters, the most important quarters of the retail season. So our economy has shifted from an economy that produces things or creates new ideas, the first and second quarter jobs, and we've instead shifted them into the third and fourth quarter. We've shifted them. We don't have the confidence anymore. That's the other thing. We don't have the confidence anymore to say that we are going to, in January, when things are a little bit slow, that here to start fresh the new year, we are going to do the bulk of our hiring. We don't have that anymore. We have it. We have become a trailing economy, a reactive economy versus one that anticipates. Okay, a reactive economy instead of a proactive economy. I think that's a very clear danger. I think that people don't appreciate this third dimensional component of when these jobs are being added. I don't even pay attention to the statistics that the government presents anymore because it really doesn't matter. They can throw out 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. It doesn't matter. It's about the fluid dynamics, the motion of the economy, not the individual numbers and the individual month. Anybody can come up with a bunch of bullcrap stats to pad up a particular month and say, "Ooh, look, we got 10% gain here." It doesn't matter. Month to month. The dynamics month to month are just so specific and just so volatile. They lose the perspective, because you're just so focused on one particular month, on the stats for one very defined time frame. That doesn't really tell you anything. You got to expand the time frame, and you've got to appreciate not just X, Y coordinates, but the Z coordinate as well. The third dimensional, the time component of the economy. And what that tells us is that we are definitely, in a sense, there's an economic culture, and that culture has undergone a dramatic paradigm shift. Again, we're no longer an economy that is proactive and that anticipates things, and instead we are reactive. We're dependent upon other factors that we don't control. We are third and fourth quarter. We are second half economy as opposed to a first half economy. We don't build the momentum, and we don't set the stage, set the pace early, and we don't finish hard. We just always catching up. That's the kind of economy that we have right now in the United States and frankly throughout Europe and throughout the Western world. That's the kind of economy that we have. That's the hidden message, the third dimensional message that they won't tell you, that no one is going to offer you regarding the jobs report or any other statistic that the government agencies produce. Luckily, you guys have me to disseminate this information and to provide it for you in a way that is intriguing, that is interesting, that piques your interest, and that you come back for more. The reason why you watch the Bullish Money channel is because stuff like this, because stuff that literally other people, the mainstream or the alternative media, they won't tell you this. I'm here to tell you this. I'm your friend. I'm your buddy on Wall Street. I'm here to tell you, to discern for you all the garbage that's out there. And we're going to get to a lot of the nitty-gritty, the granular details that go missing from these government statistics and government analysis. I don't even really call it analysis. It's just a bunch of bull crap. That's what it is, bull crap. Anyways, those are my thoughts for the jobs report. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will subscribe to this Bullish Money YouTube channel, and I hope that you will share this information with all of your friends, with all your family. We got to get the word out. We got to tell people, we got to inform them, hey, there is a big economic storm coming. We got to protect as many of our loved ones as we possibly can. So thank you very much and have a blessed week.